Hi, my name's Phil Gardner, and welcome to a very special episode of Fun with Boxes. Now, some of you may not know that myself and my good friend Davy Boyd from Rules of Play, we do a podcast every week, and we've been doing this now for quite a while. It's a board game podcast from Wales. Now, why am I telling you this? And what makes this episode so special? Well, you see, normally our podcast is only available in audio only. But for the first time ever, we are going to release the actual video footage from the podcast. And this is why it's so special, is because we interview the rather wonderful Chris Priscott, the board game designer of these wonderful titles. We have Molehill Meadows and Zuuli, and we have Fetch and Feathers and Dot. Now, Fetch and Feathers and Dot are now available on Kickstarter, so why not check them out now? And also, if you're interested in any of these games, I've covered them all on the channel. So if you want to see how to play these games, please take a look through and have a look at that. And also, of course, please check out the Kickstarter for these two delightful games. You really will not regret it. Well, we were very fortunate that Chris agreed to do the interview with us, and we had an absolutely fantastic time and lots of laughs as well, as I'm sure you will no doubt see shortly. So keep an eye out for the Kickstarter for Fetch and Feathers and Dot, and keep a ear out for a weekly podcast that comes out every Thursday. So here we go, our first ever videoed podcast. Now, this could be something we may start doing more regularly. Who knows? But here it is. Whose Game's That Jacket? Season 2, Episode 5, our interview with the delightful Chris Priscott. Hello.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello. Yes, I can.
Hello.
Hey, Lisa. How you doing? Hey, Davey. Hey, Phil.
Hello.
Oh, finally some talent on this show.
See, dude, come on, man, innit? Come
So
on, we all hear that.
I mean, how are you all doing?
Fun. Have you got a
Thank you.
beverage?
I have.
Yeah, nice one.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice.
Nice. Yes, I have a nice glass of red.
Oh,
look at you.
Nice.
I
Very
know,
nice.
yeah. Chris, what have you got?
I have got I'm at that age now where I get a headache too easily. So I have got a Swiss lager, but it's an alcohol-free lager.
Oh, that's fine.
But it's I like the taste still, and especially during the week, I'm like, oh no, like I can't wake up with a headache tomorrow.
Oh, I know, yeah.
I'm really bad. It's one now, like one beer, and it's
On
hangover. It's
never.
not good. Yeah,
No,
That is not good.
No,
No,
I've gone past that point, Chris, age-wise,
Mhm.
and decided to just keep going as best I can.
There you go.
Alka-Seltzer in the morning, that helps.
Yeah, okay. I actually found mead. Have you had the from
yeah.
UKG the Needhogger mead? That
Yes.
doesn't so far give me a hangover, so I need to get some more of it. I polished off a bottle last week, so yeah.
Is it?
Next time I'm at Games Expo, 2 more bottles of that, please.
Yeah, it is very nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Davey, what are you drinking?
Well, I'm, self-promoting
Oh,
my own-
not
my
again,
own-
are you?
gear again. Yeah. Got to plow through it. Look at that.
Yeah. Davey is a bit
Self-branded
of a
stuff.
brewer. Yeah.
Very nice. I've only had a homebrew beer from a friend I won't say we were underage, but we were probably underage. And that's the only way you could get beer at that time. And
when you were
he's
14.
a great brewer. Yeah, exactly. He's a great brewer now, but I must say when we were 17, it wasn't the best beer in the world. But I mean, yeah, you drank what you could. So I've got bad memories of it, but I know that, sometimes you can make some really good stuff.
Yeah. Well,
absolutely. You got free reign. Yeah. You got free reign over the recipe. Yeah. So ever since, lockdown is when I started brewing. So learned how to do it, taught myself, and it's just got better and better. I'm very fortunate that I've got friends, and my wife's family are basically in the brewing sector, like professional brewing sector.
Okay.
So I've had a lot of tips.
Yeah, okay. How much do you make at one time? Or how much have you got going at the moment?
Well, I'm on hibernation mode now. On the run up to the summer, it was very much, what did I have? 20, 40, 60. I had 120 litres of beer.
That's a lot.
just before the summer, and 40 litres of cider.
Wow, okay.
I know it is a bit isn't it? Because I was thinking he'd have about 6 bottles in his shed or whatever. And,
or just a bucket under the stairs or something.
I would have been impressed with that, but no.
That's how it started, and now it's a full-blown operation.
Very cool. I'm assuming it's not all drunk by yourself. It's shared amongst...
it is absolutely. Yeah. So I was doing batches and then sharing them out, but then I was like, do you know what? If I just time it well, I can get them all to basically be ready at the same time, and then do like a big party tasting session.
Sounds perfect. Sounds great.
Exactly. That's what it's turned into. So
very nice.
Summer vibes.
Yeah.
He had 5 lagers and 2 ciders, didn't you? In his garden.
Hold on, Phil. You say lagers.
Oh, yeah.
They're not just one lager. There was one lager, and then there was ales, there was stouts, there was different styles of beer.
Sorry, yes. I do apologise.
Lager is not the only style.
I'm still impressed that he had a Portaloo in his garden.
Oh, for the party?
I did.
Yeah. To stop them all dragging the mud into your house. It's a good...
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And with a 3-year-old like trying to sleep at a sensible hour, and we've only got an upstairs toilet, so it's just a case of like we didn't want people waking him up and having to stop the party at like 7 o'clock. So it sort of kills the vibe a little bit, you know.
Yep.
Well, Chris, we don't do things professionally. Like, you're probably waiting for us to say hi and welcome. But as soon as I say that, I either go into hi and welcome to Fun with Boxes, or I say hi and welcome to This Game is Broken, which is problematic.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a spin-off podcast.
Yes, So we just tend to, as Ben Maddox said to us when we interviewed him a couple of weeks ago, we just tend to be very unprofessional.
I like it. It's more relaxed, right? We have a drink. It's relaxed. It's
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And Lisa has drafted some questions for you, Chris.
Oh, you said you were unprofessional. Look, you've got a whole list of questions ready to go.
We are. Lisa, on the other hand.
Behind the scenes, Lisa is managing the whole operation. Yeah, okay.
You wait until you hear Lisa's first question. And I think this will probably set the tone, I think.
Okay.
Chris, do you have an animal fetish? Molehill Meadows, Zuuli, fetching feathers. Do we need to ring the RSPCA?
I mean, fetish is strong. A strong word. I very much enjoy the natural world. And so, animals of all kinds, insects, whatever, I love. So, as you've noticed from my games, other than Dot, which is not so animal themed.
I was going to come on to that later now, and you've just ruined that bit.
There you go. But I mean, it's such a nice, like, I don't know why. I think I was attracted to animal games. So I loved Draftosaurus. I was going to say Sushi Go because somehow I think of Sushi Go as an animal game, but it's really not an animal game. But they have personality and
they do. I was going to say, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But no, I should, on the record, I don't have an animal fetish.
That's good. That's good. Good to hear. You just like animals in a nice way. Do you like animals in a vegan way or non-vegan?
That is a tough question. So I am not a vegan.
Right.
I don't eat some meat. But that's mostly for like climate reasons. No. But I used to be very scared of insects, for example, as a kid, especially spiders. Most people are. But and admittedly, when I was younger, I used to squash them. So now I'm in a situation where I'm much more an enjoyer of insects and arachnids and this kind of stuff. So now I try to rescue them and, put them outside rather than squashing them. So I try to be friendlier to the animal world.
I am so with you with that because as a child, I think I was quite brutal to... Do you have insects called daddy long legs, or is that a Welsh thing? And I may have accidentally torn off a few appendages. I'm not proud of it.
Whilst trying to rescue them.
I'm not proud of it. But a bit like you, I've become very Zen Buddha-like. And like I will, if I'm walking along and I see a little insect in front of me, I will walk into traffic to avoid treading on it.
Yeah. I mean, I've been known to stop for like bumblebees or wasps, maybe not wasps, but bumblebees, especially if you see them on the concrete. And I don't know whether they are unwell or dehydrated or something, but I will attempt to move them from the concrete into the bush or something.
What a wonderful man. You are a wonderful,
I see them.
I've done the same as well. I'll be walking along a little path to our local supermarket, and quite often there are some like bees that look as if they're in distress. I mean, they could be, lying down, enjoying listening to the traffic roll by, but I don't think they are. So I get a little leaf, and then I put them on the leaf gently, and then I put them to one side, and I hope
there you go.
I hope they're okay. Just having a nap,
or at least they're in a better place to be eaten by another insect. So the whole food cycle continues.
God, so. That went dark then.
That's just life, Phil. Come on. That's life cycles. Come on.
It is. You're not going to start singing an Elton John song now, are you? Yeah?
I restrained.
Good. I'm glad. So the other thing for which the listeners, and I always call them viewers, the listeners, because we don't release the videos, they won't get to see this now. But
very nice. I have some in the bag here
as well.
But I know because it wasn't a video podcast that I was like, no one's going to appreciate the hats, but maybe I should get one.
Get one. Yeah. You're free.
What is this hat? Is it just a standard bucket hat you've got there, Phil? What is it?
Well,
What's on it?
I've got Lisa's hat on.
I recognise this hat.
Classic.
There you go.
Chris, that is classic, Chris.
I've been asking if I should grow my hair out like this. So to people listening, it's the classic tennis cap with the, I don't know, who had hair like this? Was there a famous tennis player? I don't know, maybe
Boris Becker, maybe
Boris Becker hair.
I was going
Boris
for
Becker.
Kermit the Frog, but obviously he never played tennis.
Kermit, hold on, I was going to say, what the hell? Kermit the Frog didn't even have hair. What's wrong with you, Phil?
Well,
you mean Miss Piggy?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, I need to know because if I'm going to dye it green or pink, right? I mean, it's Miss Piggy or it's Kermit, but it's meant to match the crow in Fetch and Feathers.
Yes.
That's the intention behind it.
I think it does, actually.
Just about.
Bravo, I say. So when did this hat I'm not going to use the word fetish again because you get a little bit twitchy. So when this Fun with Hats, which could be a good YouTube channel, actually, Fun with Hats. When did this hat thing come about? Has it always been, or is it only just since Fetching Feathers?
I think it's so I typically myself don't wear hats so much, or maybe I'll stick to wearing this one. But yeah, it was basically when designing Fetching Feathers, I was figuring out what kind of artwork I wanted. I really like the artwork in Wingspan, obviously the biggest bird game out there. But I wanted to try and do something a little bit different. So I switched the style to kind of the style that we had. But there was just something that, I wanted to add a little bit more character to the birds because there aren't that many in the game. I had the idea with the artist, and I said to the artist, can you draw this bird as if they're kind of having their photo taken. And this is their personality. And this is the kind of hat that I think they would wear. And so, so that was a lot of fun coming up with, what bird, based on their personality, what kind of hat would they wear? Maybe it depends on where they're from, determines the hat. Maybe it's their attitude, all of this kind of stuff. So yeah, that's where it stemmed from, just adding a bit more character to the artwork, basically.
I love that. No, Davey, sorry?
I'm intrigued as to how long you spend pairing birds with particular hats.
Probably more than one should do. Yeah, I mean, I've had, interestingly, a few things. So I've talking to a French publisher, and the ostrich has a certain hat on, which is this colorful, almost like African hat. And apparently in France, that has a really strong imagery to these old police officers or something that used to riot used to behave badly or something. I don't know the exact story. So that has a really negative image, I think, in France, that style hat. And then I also realized when working with some more international publishers now, so the kingfisher, for example, was an easy one because it was, a kingfisher, at least in English, crown, the perfect choice. However, and maybe you can tell me what it is in Welsh, but I know in German and in French, the word is not kingfisher anymore. It doesn't even translate to kingfisher. I think in German it's like icebird. It no longer really makes sense because the crown doesn't have this thing. So that was actually like a, lesson learned, interesting thing. I mean, it's lovely artwork, so it still works in the game, but it doesn't have the same meaning. But yeah, in Welsh, is it? Do you have a specific word for kingfisher?
Well, kingfisher. So so I don't know this off the top of my head, but it is glas y dorlan.
Okay.
Now I know glass means blue, so I'm going to translate it the other way. Oh, apparently it literally translates to kingfisher blue.
Oh, there you go. As opposed to those other
Dorlan must be kingfisher. Yeah. But there we go. We see them as blue.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. Mad. So yeah, it's been that was a little lesson from the hats, but yeah, just to add character mostly. Yeah.
You talked about the artwork. The artwork is fantastic in this game. I really think it is, and it really just makes you want to pick it up and play it.
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much. It took a few different artists to find that right style, but I really as soon as I got the first image through, what was it? It was the vulture that was the first one that came through, and I was like, "Yeah, that's it. You're the one. I will work with you for the rest of them." And Joel, or Faisal Mudakir is his name, but Joel is his short name, and he's done a fantastic job at that. So really, really definitely. Good. Did you have a favorite bird or favorite illustration, favorite bird in the game?
I do myself.
That's it. Put him on the spot. Put him on the spot.
No,
well,
it's that one because
the ostrich.
You can just poke them out anywhere, even upside down, and they just look. That one is my favorite. But
nice.
I do love the cover though, the peacock one. Yeah.
Yeah. The Peacock isn't I don't think the Peacock is my favorite, but it has become so, at least in the UK, so synonymous with the game that I didn't really have a choice. That has to be on the front of the box.
Yes.
So it's very, and I think peacocks are also quite an international bird, so they are recognized in a fair number of countries. So it's good for an international audience, which it also works.
Yeah, cool. And of course, you've got the Kickstarter running at the moment. That's doing rather well.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I think it was less than 4 hours for it to fund, which was fantastic. And I think on the target for, I'm hoping 600 backers, because if I can get 600 backers, each of my campaigns for all my other games, it will have doubled each time. So Zuuli was about 150, Molehill Meadows was about 300, and so if I can get 600 for this one, that's a really nice trajectory. I mean, it can't last forever. When I start doubling into the
never know. You
50,000s.
Never know.
But that's like the proper celebration goal if I can get to 600. But very happy with how it's gone so far.
Yeah, no, brilliant. I was going to be the number one Kickstarter backer, but I got a bit too excited. And before I could do anything then, there was already 6 or 7 or 8, and then it just went up and up and up. And I was like, oh, damn it.
And so the first one was from someone in Australia, which, given the time there, was like 1:30 a.m. They must have, it was either a drunken purchase, when you get back, you're like, oh, I'm just going to buy.
Absolutely was drunk.
Absolutely was that. Just so happened you got the email in the inbox, or they stayed up for it. I don't recognize the name, but thank you, Mr. Australia, for being number one.
Or they seen one of the birds. Because one of the birds has got an Australian.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But it's I mean, it's amazing actually with the campaign. I thought it was going to be a bit easier, given it's my third one, or technically fourth, because I did a little expansion. But you still get the nerves for it every time. Before you press that button, you're like, I know I have the followers, but what if no one just wants it? What if it goes live and nobody listens or watches or does anything? So it's always very nerve-wracking, but this time I didn't have to worry too much, which is good.
No, that's good. I would imagine it's like it's your baby, and you're putting it out there for the world to see, and it's like, oh, I really hope they like it.
And I think for Feathers it wasn't so. I mean, you guys had seen it at you and Lisa had seen it at AirCon, so that was its first public appearance, and then it was at Games Expo as well. So I got the general feeling that people were enjoying that one. So I was like, okay, as long as I can, get it in front of people, it should do well. It was Dot, which was the much more nerve-wracking one, because it's quite experimental compared to my other stuff. It doesn't feature animals. Most of my audience are expecting animal fetish games.
Quote unquote.
That was very nerve-wracking actually to get that out. But I'm very happy. You guys seem to really, really enjoy it. I had some other people that sung its praises. So very happy with that.
That is one of the best small box games I've ever played. I just loved it. We really, really did. We just played game after game after game, and it's so simple, straightforward to play. But oh my goodness, it
gets your brain going.
Yeah.
And I think I like it how it definitely, the more you play it, the more you develop certain strategies or see different layers of how you can play it differently. And I think you do need someone kind of. I saw 2 people play it the other day, and one of them hadn't played many games before, and one of them had played a lot of games. And when you have that, the imbalance is a bit too strong. But if you have 2 like-minded gamers, I think I think you can have a proper battle of wits and bluffing and all of this stuff.
Definitely, and it's so quick to play.
Mm-hmm.
So straight away, even if you've lost, badly or whatever, do it again, play it again.
Yeah, let's go again. Yeah. Well, very glad you enjoyed it. It was in the works for a while, just as this kind of abstract game. And I've chatted before how, I was trying to attach an animal theme to it, but in the end, it just felt like, you can tell when a theme has been like tacked on.
Yes.
And I thought that, I don't want that to be the first impression. Let's keep it kind of abstract, but make it in a cool style. And I think that seems to be working for people. That you don't need this tacked on theme to sell.
Yeah, definitely. And I like the sort of artwork on the box as well, because it looks abstracty. Mm-hmm. You know what you're getting. And to be honest, I didn't miss the animals at all on this one. It's just such a playable, fun game. It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, no, go on.
No, carry on.
I was going to say the theme, that there was one theme because ultimately in the game, you're trying to make pairs, right? So you're kind of making a pair between what you have in front of you and a pair in the middle. Or not make pairs. So sometimes you want pairs, and sometimes you want as few pairs as possible. And the only theme that I could think that would fit roughly was actually when you're doing kind of dancing. So sometimes you want a partner for when you're dancing, and sometimes you might be, I don't know, breakdancing, in which case you want to do it on your own. And then that I was like, how do I make that theme fit? And I was like, even though it kind of fits, it's going to be a bit of a harder sell to sell this kind of, it's a bit forced into the game.
No, it's I love it, I must admit. But what made you, that's what I was going to ask you, was what made you decide to add it on to Fetching Feathers for the campaign, or was that always going to be the idea?
I think it was a few reasons. One is that these kind of abstract games are a little bit harder to sell on their own. I don't think it would have had as much traction as like a standalone Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Another reason being that like I can help pass on some savings to backers by having both games printed at the same factory at the same time, and then they come together.
Right.
So that definitely helps for the shipping, to reduce the shipping costs. And the other thing was actually kind of like a behind the scenes business cost, is that when you're running adverts for Kickstarter, typically you need a game to be about £25 minimum for like the ads to give you like a positive return, because otherwise you lose money on running the ads. And so so it was some advice I was given at some point, and you see it if you look at a company like Allplay, who are the US company, I think, that they bundle the three games together typically.
They have been, yeah.
And I think I've never talked to them, but I think that's because that increases the basket price and then makes advertising the game just actually profitable to do. Otherwise you can't bring, and it's sadly we're past the kind of time where where Kickstarter is a place where people support I don't know, go to support new projects, and you typically have to bring your audience nowadays, and one of the ways to do that is through ads. So you do rely on them a little bit to bring it. So it's a little bit of a way to do that as well. But that's not to say like the game was there. It's gone through as much testing and everything as Fetching Feathers. And I just made the kind of decision at one point. I thought, well, it's ready. Why don't I do it at the same time, which I regretted quite quickly when I had to finish off all the rule books and all of the artwork for them. Because running two projects is twice as much work as one project.
Oh my God,
but that's now calming down a bit, and they're getting there. And actually, Dotters was delivered. Well, files were sent to the factory yesterday. So if I can get them signed off, hopefully that will get the ball rolling on production and be able to get the games to people as quickly as possible.
Yeah, brilliant. Awesome.
Nice.
And that certainly does make sense now, what you said that about all play. Because I've seen a few other people have commented as well, like, oh, why are they doing 3 games? So people almost think then, oh, 1 game is good and the other 2 are not so good. But I don't think that's the case, is it? Like you say, they're doing it for a reason. Like.
I think they were... I'd love to know. Maybe they have talked about it, but like I think it must be like combine the shipping, combine the freight, all of those overheads you can kind of combine together, and also be able to advertise to them, I guess. I think it's like, because the other option is that I really want to make my games as accessible to people as possible. So that's why they're, £15 in the UK or £12 for Dot, which is nowadays like, that's the low end pricing, right? A lot of these similar games are going for like 17, 19, 20, so much. So I want to try and keep them accessible. And to do that, you kind of need to come up with little ways to try and pass on some of those savings to people. And it seems to work. I would need to design 2 more games to do another one like this, which increases the development time a little bit. But I think I would do it again as like a dual package thing.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And I, as a board game consumer, well, both me and Lisa, we're really, really into the small box games now, rather than all these big box games, this, that, and the other. I just love a small box game, because if you just look at a shelf and you see a game on there for £10, £12, and next to it you see a game that's £25, and it's almost in the same size box. You're drawn more to the smaller one then, because it's like, well, I've got no idea whether they're any good. I'll just pick up the small one.
Or take 2. Take 2 for the same price as 1. Maybe not the same game. Doesn't make sense, but Have you played any or either of you played any highlights for small box games recently, or any that you're looking forward to at Essen? Or
I'm looking forward to Wine Cellar. That was one I've picked out. It's like a bigger player game, auction game, and it's just those long, thin cards that are like wine bottles.
Oh, nice.
Look so like they're going to be a nightmare if anyone wants to sleeve them. But luckily, I'm not a sleever. So but yeah, it just looks really cool, and I love the theme. Just that's one I'm got my. So you say small box, tall, thin box, perhaps.
Okay, yeah. That still counts. Yeah.
Anything
in like a far away or castle combo kind of sized box, I reckon is small enough, right?
Yeah. Now you're talking.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else. Have you got anything on yours, Phil?
I have. I've just thrown it to the floor. I have.
Oh, I thought it was your wine for a minute, so I'm glad it was only the game.
It's only the game. Interestingly enough, Chris, you mentioned Tangoing as in like an idea for a card game. This is wonderful. We picked it up the other day. It's a 2-player trick-taking game where you literally are doing that tango dance between each other. It's really good. Okay. It's only 45 cards and 4 little wooden pieces. Lovely game. Really nice.
Oh, nice. I think I heard someone on the podcast or somebody talking. It might have been you guys. I don't know. There was definitely somebody talking about that recently, about it being a really... Because it's quite a unique theme, right, as well. You don't see many dancing games out
there. Yeah, exactly. I really did enjoy that one, I must admit. And another one that I picked up at Aircon is Flip Toons. Is it Flip Toons? Okay. Yeah, that's quite quirky and nice as well.
Nice. What kind of game is it, that one?
Well, it's... That's a good question. No.
Well, I'll take over from Phil.
Yeah, please take over.
So it is a deck builder. It's a very small deck builder, though. In that you start with 6 cards, and you play all of the cards from the deck on your first turn. But the difference between it and, say, Dominion or whatever is you have to draw them and keep them in order, and you build a 3x2 grid. And how the cards are placed and how they come out can affect other cards. So it's got like the sort of tag team style. So tag team's another game coming out. Came out today. Came in the shop today. There you go. Yeah. I thought I'd throw that in so Phil could pop in and pick it up. But that sort of like automatic battler sort of game where you can organize it. But in this one, you can't organize it. You get your cards, you shuffle, you draw 6, you're done. But you can fine tune your deck to try and keep it down to those 6. When you gain more cards, it's like, okay, so I want to. It's not called trash. I can't remember what it's called, the actual word, but it's basically like retire characters, because the theme is very cute. It's like you're hiring and recruiting animated characters for your cartoon. So you're like basically put them on the shelf when no one cares for them anymore because they're not scoring you much fame.
So bad. I quite like that. I quite like these games which remove a bit of the kind of analysis paralysis, right? Like you're at the luck of how the cards come out, and you can maybe influence how they come out, but the game kind of plays itself in some ways. Like, I'm a big fan of them. I like that kind of stuff. I'll keep an eye out for that. Did that come out recently as well?
I think
it's going to release at Essen. But it's come through. It's come through UK retail last week or the week before.
Yes, from Thunderworks Games it is, and I played this solo at Aircon because Lisa was teaching Galactic Cruise, and I just picked this up from Games Law and realised it was like a 1 to 4 player game, I think, and so I'll give it a go, and it was really neat. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay, that's on my list. Neat. My Essen list is getting longer and longer.
I bet. Yeah. So you are going to Essen then?
Yep, I'll be there mostly for kind of business meetings, pitches for my new games and stuff. But I have a little bit of time.
You tease new games.
I mean, Dot is one of them that I'm looking for partners for. So Feathers is mostly sorted, but I can't talk about much about it. But that's very, very happy to have that coming worldwide at some point, hopefully. Dot, I'll be looking for partners. Hopefully, I think I've had a lot of interest and messages from kind of Asian publishers, because I think the style suits them quite well. Hopefully some meetings with them. But a new game which I haven't released public information about yet, but is about, I can give you the tagline, which is
hang on, let me put a different hat on.
Well, you might need something. It's going to have a few gimmicks in the game as well, but it's about a forgetful waiter and some dastardly customers. So it's a clever bluffing game based around an experience that a lot of us have at the end of a meal when we go to a restaurant. So it's kind of driven from that theme, but it's more of a bluffing party game. It's not quite a party game because it's not. Yeah, it's got a little bit more bite to it than that, but it's a lot of fun. And actually, it wasn't intended to be designed this way, but has ended up with a lot of role playing and table talk kind of added in, and people really get into the theme and really take on these characters. So
and no animals.
Not well. It's the theme hasn't. The theme, it could be in it's in a restaurant. There's no reason why
could be in a zoo.
The restaurant visitors couldn't be animals. Maybe hungry hippos, perhaps.
Who knows?
I don't know.
I think that's already licensed. The news hungry hippos.
So when is that coming up? Next week? I'm excited.
I don't. It's let's see how Essen goes. I think it's one of those games which I'm not sure that my current audience is like, or my current reach and my current audience, that I'm necessarily best placed to publish it. So I'm seeing what my options are basically for that. But I quite enjoy this publishing thing nowadays. So maybe a UK version could go through me, and then the rest of the world can go through something else. So that's a great crown. That's a very good crown.
Thank you. Oh, is that why you were shaking your head at me, Davey?
Yes.
I thought I would be the Kingfisher.
There you go.
There you go. See?
Look at you.
See?
Look at you.
You just need a blue face paint and
yeah.
Hang on a minute. Oh, that's going a bit too far, that is. Chris, we were talking about Kickstarter campaign. What is more stressful for you, pre-Kickstarter or post-Kickstarter?
Oh, I think it's probably pre-Kickstarter. So I tend to be one of those people that like to have planned, not necessarily planned, but my brain tries to think of everything beforehand. So actually, when it gets to post-Kickstarter, it's usually just a case of send the files to the printer and I'm good to go. There's always a little bit of stress with fulfillment, right? But nowadays I worked with Zatu for the fulfillment for Molehill Meadows, and that went pretty smoothly. So it's and I've worked with Spiral Galaxy for other stuff. There you go, Molehill Meadows. And so that's always like I try and it costs me a bit more than doing it myself, but it just means that I don't have to worry too much about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, that's cool. And Lisa had a question. She said, you had the family at UK Games Expo. Does your mum beat you at Molehill Meadows? And also, more importantly, your family seems so supportive. Are they all gamers, or have they just got involved, for you?
Good question. I mean, after Lisa's first question, I thought it was going to be, does your mum beat you?
That's classic Lisa.
Classic Lisa question.
Yes, yeah.
We haven't actually played together. So she is now on her third pad or second pad. She and my stepdad absolutely love Molehill Meadows.
That's phenomenal.
I don't know. We haven't played together. Maybe when I go back for Christmas, we can have a head-to-head and see who does best. But I can imagine she's played it probably a lot more than I have now. So she's probably very good at it. Yeah. I would say they're not so much gamers. I mean, when my nephew is very into his board games, which I love. So I always try and get him something, and he's now I think 8, so he's starting to get to the age where he can start playing some more interesting games. So that's always a lot of fun to play with him. And actually he's become a little bit of a tester for my games, because I like to keep the lower limit at about 8 or 10. And so if he can play it, that's a good sign that the age is about right. Although that won't last for long, obviously. No, they're not so much into it, but I always try to when we go back for a family gathering or something. We had a lot of games growing up, but they were your classics, right? So they were your Scrabble, there's your Monopoly, Game of Life, which I at the time absolutely loved. Game of Life. I don't know what it was about that game was very appealing to a child. I think it was the gambling, actually, at the end.
Probably.
I remember
sounds right.
Yeah.
Monopoly
if you got to the end, you could
money,
gamble.
Didn't it? Monopoly give you the money. Game of Life, showed you how to spend it.
And then when you got to the end of Game of Life, if you were the first there, all you did was gamble your money. Like you would spin the wheel in the middle, and if you got 7 to 9 or something, you'd double your money. And I always remember being very disappointed when I didn't finish first because I could gamble less. Very silly. Probably not a great thing for kids. But we played a lot of that as kids. But when I go back now, I try and take back stuff like Just One. So I don't know if you played Just One, but
Just One is just phenomenal.
It's so good for we play it for 2 hours Like sit there and just play it for hours and hours. It's great.
So my question for you now then, and I think you've just answered it, is do you play it by the rules that come with the game, or do you just keep playing and playing, having fun?
We typically, I think once is it 13 or something?
13 cards.
Yeah, I think we'll play the 13. And then, we definitely haven't got 13, and then we'll play another 13, and then we'll play another 13. And I think we usually actually get worse. You think you'd get better, but we usually get worse as the time goes on.
It's such a good game. I always remember, and it's not plug-in Rules of Play. I happened to buy it from Rules of Play, and we were coming home on the train because me and Lisa don't drive, and I was being like a bit of a kid again. Then where you'd go shopping wherever, and then you'd read all the stuff on the train coming home. And I remember reading the back of the game, and I thought, oh, this isn't really a game. Anyone could have made this up. It's like, I was a little bit disappointed. Then we played it, and I was, my mind was blown.
Yeah,
I thought
it's so good,
brilliant.
It's games like that and games like That's Not a Hat. So we played That's Not a Hat a lot at Aircon, and that is again it's the kind of game I wish I'd come up with, because it's so clever and you can teach it in 10 seconds, and it appeals to everyone, and everyone is laughing, everyone is having fun. It's a really nice game. I've got a friend, actually, designer, who she has, I think, designed something quite special. So I hope she does really well with it, because I feel like when I play that game, the game that she has, it gives me a similar buzz to these games, like That's Not a Hat and Just One and stuff. So cool. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for her that she gets picked up by a big publisher.
Is she going to release it or do a crowdfunding thing?
She only does the design, so she's not interested in the publishing side of things. So I think she's going to. She's pitching it at Essen, I think. So hopefully.
Cool.
But these kind of things take, especially when you go through the bigger publishers, it takes 3 years, or they'll put you in for the 2029 slot in their calendar, and you're like, oh, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. 4 years away. Yeah, great.
It's proper freaky, isn't it? But I bet you the more sort of casual gamers or even the hardcore gamers probably think if they had an idea, they could come up with it now in October, and in December it's on the shelves. And it's not that case at all.
No, it doesn't work like that. I mean, it's a privilege of publishing my own games, and that I'm a little bit more in control of how fast that is. But it's still the whole process is still at least a year, but even a year and a half for a design and a publishing and the funding and all of that stuff. So
Oh, exactly. So what got you into publishing games? Was it from being a fan of playing games, or?
So I was, as a kid, not as a kid, more as a teenager, I really got into Magic the Gathering. The kind of cardboard crack for that kind of age group. Played it a bunch. Don't think I played it properly at that point, and then picked it up again, I don't know, only a few years ago. But never really got into board games. I was still, I don't think I knew any kind of hobby games or even these kind of bridge games kind of thing. It was only just before COVID, actually, that I played. A friend had brought into work Sushi Go and what else did she bring in? Draftosaurus or something like this. And then I got into Board Game Arena, played Carcassonne, played these kind of classic, actual good introduction of games. And that kind of got its hooks into me. And then, COVID happened, and I don't know, there wasn't, obviously when you couldn't go out, I thought, okay, I really like games like Sushi Go, Draftosaurus, but I feel like I could do with something with a little bit more bite to it. And that's where Zuuli originated from. And I didn't intend to publish it for that first 6 months. It was just a case of, let's see how it goes. We played it. It was like, wow, this is actually quite fun. And basically took it step by step. I think I'd set the goal when I realized that, I actually want to see this through and I want to make a final copy of this. The goal was to sell 100 copies. Right. So that was, and I think I was only targeting the UK at that point. So it was a relatively low ambition goal, but I think quite realistic. And but that, step by step, and then I kind of got its hooks and claws into me, and now I'm a bit hooked. And I really enjoy both. You find a lot of people like the design or they like the publishing. I love the design, even though I spend less than 1% of my time doing it probably. But the publishing is amazing. I mean, I love going to places like Aircon and UKG and meeting people like you guys and sitting down and showing you my new games, and that bit is so rewarding. And just generally the community is amazing. The board game community is the best community that I've ever been part of. It's really good.
My goodness, it is fantastic. And I loved at UK Games Expo and at Aircon the buzz around you, and you always come across as so personable. And I think it's sort of your excitement about your game that just rubs off on people.
I mean, I think it's I mean, I love it. So it's not even hard, or it's not even an act, right? It's I love doing it, and I think it actually, you have these big publishers that have big budgets and all of this stuff, and I think as an indie publisher, it definitely helps a lot to, really engage with the community in that way and build an audience that knows when they come to your stand that they're going to enjoy your games, or there'll be some kind of gimmick like a hat, or there'll be free promos for Zuuli, or there'll be something which you can nurture this community. Another crown. You more than one crown, Phil.
Well, what can I say?
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't approve. I
don't quite approve of this one, but we'll go with it.
I like it.
Right. Okay. Right. I got to speak to Chris here, because whenever I do this to Phil, he has no idea what the flip I'm talking about. So, Chris, have you ever seen the TV show Adventure Time?
Yes.
Phil looks like the Ice King right now.
Yeah. Oh, he does a little bit,
with the little crown, the big white
and the
beard.
He does.
Do you know what I mean? Honestly,
the beard was hidden behind the microphone, but actually, when you come up to the side, it's
it's spot on. It's spot on.
Is that a good look, or I mean, this could be terrible.
We'll let you Google it, mate. We'll let you Google
it. That's your cosplay sorted. I've heard. Speaking of which, I think for Gen Con or for maybe even Essen, you can get cheaper tickets if you go in cosplay. So there you go. I think maybe it's just Gen Con, I can't remember, but
oh right.
Yeah. There you go. Ice King from Adventure Time.
There it is. And you were just willing to go exactly, and you were just willing to go blue for the Kingfisher. So I mean,
So are you recommending that I wear this out to the local supermarket and people will rush up to me?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, they will.
This is what everyone wears in Wales, right? They're all round with hats and
yeah. You're actually the odd one out right now.
Okay, so we talked. I do want to talk to you a lot about Magic the Gathering, but I know we don't have the time, because Magic the Gathering was just I got into it. Was it? I was buying records at Virgin. Now, don't forget, now I'm quite old.
Steady.
I remember Virgin.
I remember Virgin, mate.
Yeah.
And I went upstairs, and it was either Virgin or HMV, actually, but they'd started branching out into having, books and a few little games. And they had this game, Magic the Gathering, there, and I bought it, and I've read the rules, and I was like, this is fantastic. And I had no one to play it with.
Oh no. Yeah. Shame.
But then, years later, then a friend of mine got into it, and we got back into it. But oh my goodness, what a fantastic game! But ooh, what a money pit.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's mostly why I stopped, actually, because to keep up with like standard or like you really spend so much money. And I ended up playing a lot of Commander, so Commander being like the singleton format with 100 cards in your deck, and actually you could make pretty good decks that would be fun to play a lot, because they're unique cards, so you very rarely saw the same cards in a game. That was that. I ended up playing a lot of that because that was a good way to keep the spend a little bit under control. But I know nowadays, like online and stuff, people spend. I mean, it's one thing spending a fortune on bits of paper. I mean, that's our hobby, right? Paper and card. We're all spending a lot of money on bits of paper and cardboard. But to spend it on to spend almost the same amount for a digital pack,
I don't get it.
I can't do that. I can't I'm not sure I get it either, to be honest.
No. I really don't get it. It is, and I get why people get into it. It's the same thing with us. We did a similar thing with Disney Lorcana, and years ago, when you used to walk into a game shop and they'd have the box on the counter and all the booster packs would be in it, and you would buy a booster pack and go and be very excited. Now, in this day and age now, you just buy the whole box. And that just blows my mind, that does. And it's like, oh my God, that is like crack cocaine. Isn't it? It's like, oh, you can have them all, and then rip them all open in 10 minutes, and you're like, oh my God.
And they have like the modern masters, is it? Like the boosters, which are the same number of cards or whatever, but they're special cards. So actually they cost 3 times as much for a booster pack.
Do you know how much? Do you know how much a Commander Master set booster is right now in our shop?
A booster, I would guess like £30.
Close, £20 bargain.
It's still for what? 15 cards.
Yeah, a single booster is £20. And you ready for this? It's one of our top sellers.
Yeah. I mean,
it sells better than the Spider-Man set.
Yeah, it's that gambling element as well, though, right? It's the this card costs me, I don't know, 15, maybe £50 to buy from online, but I could spend £20 and maybe unpack from this pack. And you never do. You have to buy a whole box, and you still don't have a chance to.
And you still, exactly.
It's mad as well. The people who do, right? So I've had this in the shop where someone's bought like either a box or a couple of boosters or whatever. They've gone, oh, we're going to go crack this in the coffee shop down the road. Okay, cool. You'll see them in half an hour and they're like, yeah, we got this amazing card that's worth like 300 quid. So we'd like to buy a box. I'm like, oh, did you sell the card? It's like, no. It's in the bag.
Our luck is up. Our luck is in. We need to.
So it's like, so we're going to, we've earned 300 quid. So we're going to spend that 300 quid. It's like, but the 300 quid is still that card that's still by there, right? It's like, but we're still going to buy a box. So, all right.
No, it is crazy. It's good that they come out with new content, but really, you could just buy the Magic Gathering starter kit sets or whatever and be happy for many months.
For sure.
Just playing with that,
they
come out thick and fast as well.
Especially now, they really do. I noticed that just before I stopped and they were still on the regular schedule of, I don't know, what it was, 3 sets a year or something, and I noticed that quite quickly after I stopped playing, they then got into the IP licensing side of things, and now it seems like it's constant. I see it on Reddit, and I think, oh, that's a joke. And then I think, oh no, they are actually doing, I don't know, a SpongeBob set of Magic the Gathering or something. I don't know. It's
no, it is bizarre.
It's mad.
Lisa said to me, "Don't forget to ask Chris now about Magic the Gathering because he really likes Magic the Gathering." And then Lisa started saying about Jaws and a few other things. And I said, no, that's not Magic the Gathering. But they producing all these sets all the time now, and it's like,
yeah. And I'll admit, I'm tempted. They tempt me in
every set.
Not every set. Some of them I don't like, but I think, was it the Stranger Things set or something? Have they done Stranger Things or something like this? Like, I don't know which one it is, but you see it and you're like, oh yeah, that actually looks really good. Or like Turtles, is it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out.
Yeah. And I wouldn't play it. I don't have anyone I play with anymore, so like I just would have it, and it would go under the bed, and I probably wouldn't even unpack it because I'd be like, oh, it's worth more if I don't unpack this booster pack and just straight under the bed. Yeah,
I'll give you a board game equivalent of the card collecting mania, and it's up behind me now. JMT Games. Oh my god.
Okay.
Wonderful games.
But you know what you're buying, though, Phil. There's no surprise. There's no gamble.
There's no gamble. They just cost a lot of money, and Lisa's not into war games. But again, I just get them, read all the really complicated rule books and everything, and just imagine what they'd be like. And then I think, I shouldn't have paid £80 for that now, because it's just going to sit on the shelf. And I got the rules of play, and they've got a new one. And I go,
yep, every time.
Yep.
Every time.
And it's just not the same when you get a digital version, right? I know I played Board Game Arena a lot during lockdown and stuff because it's the way you could play, but it's not the same. Like nothing beats playing in person with people.
It really isn't. And we dabbled with it during lockdown, and we made some really good friends over that, the Twitch community and various different things. And I remember downloading and playing Blood Rage, I think on Steam or something. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it because I couldn't see everything in front of me. You zoom in and you move. I much prefer playing games in front of people. And not only that, but you've got that proper real-time banter going on then, haven't you? So
yeah. And there's something about, I actually try and it's something I think about when I design games now as well, is to, why isn't this just a video game? Because if it can just be a video game, then maybe it's not got that little special thing that makes it a board game. So it is something I try and think about, because I think it's important. It's what makes board gaming so special compared to like video game stuff. And not to say video games are bad, like I'm a huge video game fan as well, but like I think you can make them both. Something like Balatro, I don't know if you play that, or I mean it's very popular, Balatro, but that game is the perfect video game medium. That just would never work as a board game, even though it's just cards. And that belongs in the video game world, and it's amazing, but there will be equal equivalents in the board game world. And it actually makes me wonder, I don't know if you've seen Vampire Survivors, the board game is coming out. And so Vampire Survivors is like a wave, what do they call it? It's like this a game where you don't actually fire, you move your little character and it automatically fires its bullets and magic spells and all of this stuff. So you're just moving the character is all you do. And you get these huge waves of enemies coming at you. And I say huge, they're like hundreds of enemies at the same time. They're making a board game version of it. And I think it's being done by quite a well-renowned publisher. So it's going to be very interesting if they manage to pull that off, or how they pull that off. Because sometimes you feel like, actually, does it belong in the video game world? Let's not try and make the board game version of it. But let's see. High hopes, but
they're doing a lot of that now, mind you. The video games crossing over into board games, like, and sometimes I guess it works, but I don't know. But they tend to be as well massive Kickstarter or GameFound expensive campaigns.
I think Don't Starve recently, right? Don't Starve is whether it's still on Kickstarter or it's just finished, I don't know, but like that's made millions. Like But it looks fantastic, and I'm sure like the people that love the video game have just flocked to it like crazy. Now, whether it's a good game, I don't know. Like, I hope it is. It's you know, it feels like it could adapt to a board game quite well. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, at some point, if they keep producing bad versions, I guess, then the trend will die out a little bit.
Exactly, because people realize when it gets delivered, then it's like, oh, this is rubbish, and they're not going to back the next ones. Then, so they must be, fairly decent games. Like,
yeah.
But this is where the friendly local game store really helps, because we get so many people who will walk past and see, for example, The Last of Us Escape the Dark. And they'll go, oh, there's a Last of Us board game. Hello, you're in the door. Hi, how's it going, Betty? And it's like, honestly, the amount of people I've just gone like with a fishing rod basically and gone, got you. You're in.
Yeah. You know? They leave with
there's a couple. Yeah, they leave with like, so they usually leave with like Door for Romantic, because that's another game that they've heard of or they've played. And they go, and it's only like 30, 40 quid rather than like the 80 quid.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool. And Door for Romantic is Spiel nominated. So it's like, I don't feel bad about I've never played it, but I don't feel bad about recommending it, you know?
It's a nice, chilled game.
There you go.
Cozy game.
I don't feel bad. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess that's good. And especially, I guess what you don't want is these people that are maybe experiencing, proper hobby games for the first time to come away with a bad impression of the industry from playing something not bad. I don't think any of these games are probably bad, but they're just not maybe as good as they could be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this brings me nicely along to a game which I believe you like, but a game I've never heard of. Little Nightmares.
Yeah, you've been reading the website, I think.
No.
Yeah. I mean, Little Nightmares is one of my favorite video games. Well, 1 and 2. They released the third one recently, and I haven't played it, but it's had bad reviews, so I'm trying to stay away from it at the moment. But yeah, it's I'm a big horror fan generally. So I love horror movies. I've always grown up with myths and legends, and I remember reading them. I was obsessed with books as a kid about the hairy hands of whatever, and these hairy hands coming through the car. I don't know. So much is imprinted on me from horror stuff, and this game really captures, like, I don't know. It's such a nice. Nice is the wrong word, because it's not a nice game as such, but it creates this beautifully atmospheric horror world that you're trying to navigate as this tiny little doll kind of figure thing.
Right.
It's really good.
Is that on PlayStation or Switch?
Oh, I don't know. It's definitely on PC. I played it on PC, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's on consoles and stuff as well.
We'll have to look at it.
Yeah, so it's very good.
I guess you quite like Tim Burton then.
I'm big. Nightmare Before Christmas was a big fan of that as a kid.
Superb.
Yeah, and especially the stuff which, like, what is it called? The Boogaloo or whatever in Nightmare Before Christmas, like the big sack thing. Like, I love the stuff which is kind of for kids, but is also kind of horrific and terrifying if you look too closely at it. Like, and Little Nightmares is a lot like that. It kind of has this slightly cutesy look, and then actually some of the design of some of the characters and stuff is really quite haunting and chilling. It's, it's very good. But again, that would make a terrible board game. I think. I don't know how they would make a board game out of that. Maybe they will at some point, but I just don't think it would make a good board game.
Talking of making board games, now you made Zuuli, Could you make a game beginning with X? Only I'm going through the alphabet, and I'm doing my top 10 board games beginning with the letter A, B, C, D. I'm up to L, but I'm struggling a bit with X. So if you could just design one in the next, couple of months.
Is there not the talking of video game crossovers, XCOM?
Yeah,
they must have a
that,
few, right? Yeah, but
there's a couple. Yeah.
I mean, maybe XCOM plus the 9 expansions is not in the spirit of the top 10 list, I guess.
No, exactly.
Yeah, no, I need to find something that a lot of my games have ended up with this alliteration, right? So like Molehill Meadows or Fetch and Feathers. So if I can find something that's XX. Maybe not XXX, because then we're down the wrong path.
Chris, I'll save you the trouble now. Don't go down that line.
No. I did think at some point I was like, if I make a horror game, I've got quite a family-friendly brand right now, so maybe I need to do like Unfringed After Dark or something like, a slight spin-off of the publishing company, because I'm not sure I can put a horror game on all of the current fans.
I see what you mean. Yeah, but I think you should, because you clearly love horror games and stuff. So
I've got the idea. I've got the name. It's Unfringed, Unhinged.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. You can have that one.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll see. I mean, I did try at one point to base something around local ghosts of, or like local horror stories of where I grew up, because I grew up right on the edge of Dartmoor. And so, talking of which, Forest Shuffle Dartmoor, I couldn't believe that, they had all of these places in the world to pick, and they picked the not that well-known moorland where I grew up. So that was first on my list to pick up at Essen. But like the area generally has like quite a lot of folklore attached to it. So like Sherlock Holmes, Hound of the Baskervilles is set on Dartmoor. It's just it's a spooky when the fog comes into the moorlands. I think it sent people's imaginations crazy. So I think there's a lot of folklore around. So you never know. Maybe at some point I'll really I want to do a deep dive into it and then see if anything comes out that could be a game or something like this.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Cool. I'm going to ask you a bizarre one now. Do you remember slush puppies?
I heard you ask Ben this, and yes, I do remember slush puppies. Yeah.
So, what is your take on the blue, the raspberry flavor being blue? Because it really bugs me, and I was talking to Lisa earlier on about this now. Like, why blue? Like,
it's a great question, and one that I never questioned as a kid. Blue. Raspberry was blue. That's just what it was. I mean, my ones never turned out blue, because the place that we got them at was like it was this almost like a cash and carry place, and it was, you could get like open the nuts bin or raisins and stuff. All of that stuff completely stale and horrible. So no one ever bought the cash and carry stuff, but they had a slush puppy machine, and they let you mix the flavors. So I mean, as a kid, when you get the option to mix the flavors, you mix the flavors. It was never blue. We got blue and green, or blue and whatever the other brightest color was. But yeah, it's a great question, and I've actually I saw some advertising in the US recently that had raspberry. It said it was raspberry flavored, and it was blue, and it had pictures on the can of blue raspberries, as if they're trying to tell people now that the fruit is actually blue.
That's ridiculous. Because I remember asking my father, because my father, I'm Phil Gardner, so this is just cut to the chase now. My father was an avid gardener. Not just by name, but an actual gardener. And he used to say, and he'd grow all these wonderful different things like red currants, black currants, this, that, and the other. And he was growing raspberries. And I was like, they not raspberries? And he was like, yeah, of course they're raspberries. I say, but they're not blue.
And they don't taste anything like this artificial flavored slush puppy that I'm drinking.
Exactly,
You're lying to me, Father.
I know. Oh, my goodness. No.
Yeah.
There must be a reason for it. There must be.
I'm guessing it's something we inherited from the US. I can't like maybe it's a British thing, but I feel like it's one of those US influences that is come to the UK.
Yeah. We'll blame the Yanks.
Yeah. Well, one day, hopefully, you'll have a guest, Phil, that knows exactly why, and you can finally figure out why blue raspberry.
No, I don't know. No, I don't want to finally know. No. Well, where's the fun in that? You know?
Fair enough.
Oh, God, what's this now?
So I got my die cap on now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's very West Country as well, and where I grew up.
I think a bit like, did you have the razor blades in the...
No,
or is that just Peaky Blinders, is it?
Just Birmingham, that one. Yeah.
Cool. We've only got 4 minutes left now. A question that only just come to me early on, just before we did the podcast. I love listening to music when I'm playing games, especially if it's like a tense battling game like Blood Rage or whatever. Do you listen to music when you play games?
I not always, because we usually end up singing along to it, or at least Sophie does. But I do distinctly remember playing Battlestar Galactica board game with the Interstellar soundtrack, and it was a match made in heaven. It was genuinely it elevated the experience so much. So that was really, really good. And I don't know why we picked it. It was just like, we should have some music, and we thought, space themed Interstellar. Can totally recommend. But yeah, not typically. But I know like Molenaris Games, who are a friend of ours, they actually have worked with a composer to have music for Time Troopers, so specifically made for the game, which is a super cool idea. And
it is, that's cool. But ironically, and I don't know how I stumbled across it, but Rambo First Blood soundtrack, right? If you're playing a game with any tension or anything with it, it's just awesome. I really don't know why, but
perfect.
Davey,
Cozy Cat Cafe with Rambo First Blood on in the background.
You could if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah. I will check that out. I've never actually seen Rambo First Blood, so
I need to.
I haven't.
Oh, the film is an absolute classic. It is a really good film, but the soundtrack
is also great.
Yeah, really good.
Okay. Yeah. It's on my list. I will make a note and let you know how it goes with our next session. Yeah.
Okay. Davey, do you have a music playing, or are you
similar to Chris? Really, I don't really have one for general play, but most thematic one, Western music playing Flick 'em Up. Crikey.
Yeah.
Crikey. Oh, do you know what? My old man, straight away, I tell you what, he just turned into a cowboy. Terrifying.
Was he sitting on the arm of the sofa with some plastic guns on his hips?
No. We Flick 'em Up. You play stood around the table. All of a sudden, he became this intimidating bloody Clint Eastwood son of a gun. Basically, I was like, oh my goodness, you are terrifying.
Amazing. Yeah.
Thank God he was on my team.
I like that. It's an extra dimension to games, right? That we should.
It is
absolutely
use more. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Chris, we've only got a minute left. I'm wary about your time now. Do you want to wrap it up and perhaps we'll chat again sometime?
Yeah. Sounds perfect. I'm more than happy to jump on anytime. So brilliant, thank you very much for having me. And it's been great.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Chris, as it is to meet you in actual person.
And maybe at Essen we can catch up. If we figure out a slot to grab a drink or something.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be really good. Yeah. So, awesome. Thanks very much for being with us on Could Be Fun with Boxes. No. Could be...
No.
games that jacket, isn't
broken
it?
games with jackets?
Broken games with jackets. Jackets and games.
Thanks. Thanks very much for joining us, Chris. It's been
Thank
really
you very
good.
much, guys.
Yeah. And good luck with the campaign.
Yeah.
Thank you. And catch you soon. Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Take care.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye now.
Ta-ra. There you go. I hope you enjoyed watching that and listening to it. We certainly had a great deal of fun talking with Chris there. Absolutely fantastic. We really, really appreciate you, Chris, for spending that time with us. We really, really did enjoy it, and I hope everybody else did too. So a couple of things now. Don't forget about the Kickstarter for Fetching Feathers and Dot. And don't forget, keep a ear out on your favourite podcast platform for Whose Game's That Jacket. And why not pop along and have a look? We've got, I would imagine, 17 episodes up now, and of course one more every week. So I'd be delighted if you would check them out. That would be really fantastic. And also, if you enjoy taking a look at this, please consider giving the channel the old thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button too, if you would be so kind, because that will really help to grow the channel. And in the meantime, as always, thanks so much for watching. Please do take care, and bye for now.